Previously on Survivor. The four of Stephanie, Jake, Alex, and Autumn conspired with Ryan to eliminate Greg, leaving Allison completely alone. However, it was soon revealed that Greg implemented an insurance policy, whereby he passed on the invisibility advantage to his closest ally, Allison. Despite losing her second half, Allison found herself with both the idol and the advantage, and many others who were openly willing to work with her, more specifically an Alex, of whom took a liking to working with Allison over her alleged ally in Stephanie. Going into the immunity challenge, the focus seemed to be not letting Ryan or Allison win, as the other four seemed to be deciding between the two. At the immunity challenge, Big Brother watched on as the survivors competed in OTEV, and to her own surprise, Alex was able to finagle her way to the end and win her first individual challenge. After the challenge, the Misfit Four alliance scattered, each wanting different outcomes for different reasons. Allison seemed decently secure, with the support of Jake and Alex and both her immunity powers. Ryan, on the other hand, despite having advocates in Stephanie and Autumn, seemed less stable. The two resorted to targeting each other, once again leaving the decision to the other four. With so many differing agendas, Ryan sensed that a unified vote against Allison seemed unlikely, and redacted his initial plan to implement something that would divert the entire focus in a different direction. And that direction was Autumn. In an act of desperation, Ryan recruited both Jake and Alex, whereby Jake and Alex could side with Ryan to eliminate her in a 3-2-1 vote. And with tribal lingering, the two had to make a decision. Despite feeling secure amongst those who betrayed her last week, Allison played it safe and elected to play the invisibility advantage. And although the Misfit Four seemed on different pages all week, it became apparent that they had actually settled on an agenda against Ryan, sparing Autumn in a 3-1-1 vote. It's now Allison versus the other four remaining members of a seemingly fragile alliance. But unbeknownst to them, Allison's idol has all but secured her a spot in the final four. It's the penultimate episode of Season 2 of STC. Who will be voted out? Tonight.
But yeah, after... Wait, I gotta ask the question again so we head back.
I'll ask my first question. Mine's less exciting.
Well, everybody looked pretty shook that I had the advantage and that I played it. They probably, Jake said, it's probably a waste, but they don't know, obviously, that I have an idol too. So from their perspective, it's gonna look like a waste. But from mine, hey, I was safe. I decided to use the advantage tonight. I was thinking, should I save this? And then I'll have, the advantage and the idol, and I can, extend one of them to somebody else. I guess I got greedy, and I'm like, fuck that, I want to keep myself safe, and I didn't feel too certain, especially with how last vote went. It will look really stupid if I trusted people 2 weeks in a row and then got voted out, so I'm going to protect myself with this vote, see if everybody voted how they said they were going to, and then decide, I can work with you guys. And I basically just decided to use it tonight, because I was like, I just want to make sure nobody's lying to me. And also, I definitely do think, Jake and Autumn and Alex, they voted like we discussed, so I think I can, trust them moving forward. And I think the final four that me, Jake, Alex, and Autumn discussed could, be a possibility. So I'm feeling good.
And I hope you know that I wasn't trying to be like...
No.
Okay, that vote went really well. It's what I've been wanting this entire week, and I feel like it's a notch that I can put in my belt if I make it to Final Tribal Council, because I had to persuade my alliance to go that way. Ryan's never once wanted to work with me until this week, so I don't feel guilty voting him out, and my game is looking better now that he's gone.
but I definitely feel good going into this next one. Yeah, I was a bit worried before this one. I'm like, I think I can trust everybody, but you know,
It makes sense, especially.
history shows.
You want to tell us about it?
No.
We had planned before the vote that we were going to do, all of us but Stephanie were going to vote Ryan, and then Stephanie was going to vote Allison because it prevented Autumn from going home. So what happened was when Allison played her advantage, basically we lost that spare vote, and so Autumn immediately started getting nervous.
I didn't think Ryan had an idol, but I had to be sure, so I did have to write down Steph's name. I didn't want to write down Jake's name because Jake said he was going to bring me to Final 2. I trust Jake, and I didn't want him to have any reason to flip on me, whereas Stephanie, like, we're friends. I feel like she's more forgiving, hopefully. I really hope so. I felt awful for doing that. I feel so bad that I had to put Steph's name down. But, like, I was pretty sure that, like, he didn't have an idol or anything. But at the same time, it's like, how awful would that be if he went home because that 1% chance that he did have an idol and played it? Like,
Personally, I don't think Allison's going to face any backlash for playing her thing. Like, I think we all knew she had it. We're actually relieved that she got it out of the way. I'm proud of her for playing it. I don't think anyone's going to be mad about her because she used it when she didn't have to. So, I mean,
I don't think that she really necessarily played it in a good way. I think she's going to go back and watch this and be upset that she played it tonight. None of us were lying to her this week at all. We were all going to vote Ryan. I wanted to take Ryan to the next week because he was a nice shield and Stephanie works with Ryan. So if Ryan made any kind of plans to get me out, I would know about it through Stephanie, whereas now it's Allison instead of Ryan, and Allison isn't going to tell Stephanie anything. She's not going to tell me anything. That's a little frightening because she could easily pull in Jake and Alex and, like, vote one of us out. Honestly, they have the power with those three. I've just got to, like, I've got to weasel my way in there somehow. Did you tell Greg that you had it?
He actually gave it to me because
And you say you're not a power couple. Why didn't he use it?
because he, I guess, trusted everybody enough.
Well, dummy.
I know.
That was a good tribal council. I was glad to see Ryan go home. As sad as it is now to like watch people go, like I think it was a good move. I think it was the right move for this week. Going forward, Autumn is definitely on my radar. Steph is on my radar. Those are kind of like the two right now that I'm thinking. I really like working with Jake, he's my closest alliance right now, and I do really like working with Allison. I want to be with Allison soon because I do feel like, especially what she said in tribal, and especially her reasoning for playing the advantage, like definitely want to just like keep that connection with her strong and really kind of make up for that, like what all happened last week. I want to like have her know that she can trust me, and maybe that'll be a final 3. Hopefully that'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Greg won it?
Yeah.
How did he win it?
By being the most visible and touchy subject.
should we scoot down?
Okay, so nothing went as planned. Actually, no, that's a lie. Things went as planned, but I first came in saying I was going to write down Allison's name. So I knew Ryan was voting for Autumn, Allison was voting for Ryan, and then the 4 of us in the middle decided right before tribal that we were going to go for Ryan. Autumn wanted me to write down Allison's name in case Ryan did play an idol, so it would have been a tie between Autumn and Allison. But that whole thing, you know, got thrown out once Allison got like the advantage that she played. So Autumn was smart and she put my name down, so it would have been a tie between me and her if Ryan did have an idol. And I don't know why she chose my name over Jake's, probably because she knows we're friends. I'm not going to hold it against her. And we need Jake on our side. But so Ryan went home. I had to write his name down. I had to lie and blindside him. Hopefully next week it will be Allison. But I'm worried because next vote we only need 3 people. And if Allison and Alex get Jake before Autumn and I do, then one of us are going home.
Post-tribal dinner at AGD is burrito and burrito bowls.
This frickin' tribal
Shook.
We have 5 people left, and the last vote was kind of confusing. I had a feeling that Ryan would be the one going home, and the thing that I was struggling about during that whole thing was if I should vote for Stephanie or not. And I talked to Stephanie after the challenge and told her why I did write her name down, which was simply because there was like a 99.99% chance that Ryan didn't have an idol, and I felt comfortable with that, so that's why I wrote your name down.
But it was smart of you to write down my name just in case.
Yeah, I did feel really awful about that. And the reason I chose you over Jake was because, like, Jake, I didn't want him to think that we were close or anything. So I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
She seemed like she was okay with it, and like she still trusts me and wants to work with me, so I feel like that whole thing is pretty much smoothed over.
Okay, let's talk about the fact that Allison and Greg, okay, first of all, you're so right for calling them out as being a power couple.
Greg, knowing that he had the slightest risk of going home,
A huge
decides
risk, a 50-50 chance.
decides to give his advantage to Allison, knowing he has a 50-50 shot of going home.
I don't know why Greg didn't tell me that he had that advantage, because I could have saved him. Like, I did not want Greg to go home in the end of it. Like, I wanted Ryan to go home. So if he just told me that he had an advantage, I would have been straight up with him and been like, yo, you need to play that like right now. But did he tell me? No, he told Allison, which also just kind of points out the fact that, yeah, they were in that really strong, like, power couple alliance. I do think that we kind of caught them in a lie just by the fact that she said that she got it from Greg.
Allison plays it and sits out of the whole tribal.
Which was such a waste. She
Oh,
should
I
have
know.
saved that.
She said no, but I'm glad she didn't, because if we're getting her out next week and she played it.
I don't trust Allison. I don't think I ever really have. The relationship between her and Alex does scare me.
Allison and Alex, like that duo has been gotten really, really strong. And I think they could be gunning for me or Autumn this week. If it's me and Autumn and Allison and Alex and Jake is in the middle, and Allison and Alex get Jake to vote out either me or Autumn, then like it could be me or Autumn. Or if Jake's on our side, we could get Allison or Alex. But if Allison has an idol and Allison wins, she could easily give it to Alex, and then we're screwed.
Jake trusts us. I think he's our best shot. Although Jake is like, he holds so much power. Like, she
Ideally, one of us finds the idol and the other wins the challenge necklace. Day 61, and we've had 3 clues for the same idol, and no one's found it. Unless
someone's found it and they're just not telling
Or
anyone.
I feel like that person had have to be Jake. It's not gonna be Allison. Unless Greg found it and gave it to her again.
How dumb would that be if he went home with an idol and an advantage? I would slit his throat. Greg.
It's gonna be a really, really long road to the end. I'm scared, and we will see what happens. And yeah, go Bucks.
Hello. So we're really close to the challenge. I just wanted to let you know I'm going to be like meeting with people after the challenge, so, like, just so we're keeping each other in the loop of like what's going on. Like, I still want to go final 2 with you, so talk to whoever you want, say whatever you need to say, but I trust you and I think you trust me, so.
Yeah, same with you. Just met with Jake. I'm glad that Jake and I are just like reaffirming, like we want to go final 2. He told me about some meetings he was going to have this week. I told him about some that I'm going to have this week.
Also, if you guys don't know this, Alex has a sock interest. So I wore my horses today, which is of the
so
same.
Nice. Sock game strong.
Sock game strong. I think we should be in the Socks Alliance or something. I don't know, something stupid like that.
I'm down.
We're gonna knock your socks off. Okay, so the challenge is about to start. I definitely want me or Alex to win. And even Allison I'd be okay with. Even Anna I'd be okay with. I guess at the end of the day, I just don't want Stephanie to win because she's definitely a good scapegoat. Who do you think we should push for this week?
I would push for either Stephanie or Autumn.
Yeah.
Like, I'm fine with going for either.
Okay.
But at this point, I'm kind of thinking Stephanie.
Stephanie or Autumn is fine with me. I met with Alex. It went really well. Every time I talk to her, I always feel better and better about the fact that it might be us final 2. So I'm excited about that. She seems to feel like Autumn is a threat, which I can definitely see. So I definitely have some things to think about going forward if it should be me and Alex in the end, I guess. Because, like, I guess I'm just kind of nervous about making certain people mad. I don't know. So obviously we're about to meet with Allison.
I think if she thinks that we're closer with her than we are with each other, Allison, that's going to be like a good thing for us, especially when we final 3 with her. And then we met with Allison, and it went really well.
Here we are, all looking good.
Showing some Buckeye pride today.
Go Bucks!
We beat Penn State this weekend, so by 1 point. That was a pretty big game.
That's right, Allison. Say it loud and proud.
After that tribal, I wasn't expecting to meet up with everybody right away, and I should have seen that coming. I was more worried about what's going to be the initial reaction. But of course, you know, Jake and Autumn were there and they're like, wow, like that was crazy. When'd you get it? You know, asking me everything about the advantage. And then Autumn asked me, oh, well, did Greg know you have it? And I stupidly was just like, well, he gave it to me.
I just wanted to make a quick confessional because Greg had the advantage. It's crazy. Dang.
Yeah, sorry for not being completely truthful with my plan. Wanted to play it just to make sure that like we're all on the same board.
Right.
On board. Right after I, you know, spilled the beans that Greg gave me the advantage, Autumn was kind of like, oh, haha, well, you don't have the idol, do you? Like, jokingly, and
Like, oh no. But I do. I know I'm going to make it to Final Four, whether other people want me to or not.
But no, I was not mad at all. Like, I was like, good for her.
I'm glad I played the advantage looking back on it. I think it was a good move, even though I know Jake probably thinks I'm an idiot for playing it, because even in Tribal he said, we were all on board with you, we're not lying to you, so. But in the moment I had to do what I had to protect myself.
And I mean, like, I just want to apologize, because I think what I, said came out so much more douchier than I meant it to. Like, in my head, really? I was just trying to say, no, I want to work with you. But I think Stephanie was thinking about putting her name down anyway. So,
that's stupid. I wouldn't want to waste
right,
this.
Greg,
What
you
Greg
learned
did.
from
I
Greg.
want to beat Greg round 2.
She seems to be on board with us. I got to apologize for seeming like a douche because
I really was just genuinely saying, you could trust me. And then I, realized after, I was like, well, I guess we were going to put a vote for you. So if Ryan had an idol, you had the potential to go home.
hopefully she understood where I was coming from, and she apologized too, which I didn't think she had to. I mean, I think she was right to not trust us, especially because of the last vote. So
obviously we want one of us to win today.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
Yeah. I don't know if it'd be worth it yet to mention the idol to anyone. I'm gonna think about that more after this challenge, depending on who wins immunity, and I feel like if anything I would tell Alex, and if she tells Jake, I don't think it would matter too much. Hopefully Stephanie won't win so that we can all agree on voting her out. But yeah, hopefully one of us win, and I know we've all been thinking. Yeah. Nobody wants her to really, I don't know, make it far. She'll be an easy vote, and if not, definitely I think Autumn is a threat that we want to get out.
She seems to be on board though for a final three. I think we left that meeting kind of thinking more towards Stephanie.
The three of us are all on board for Stephanie, and so is Autumn. So if that could just work out, that would be great.
And I think that would be good. It would make Autumn a little less upset than if we voted her out this week, but who knows what's going on in this game.
Yeah, you're really not helping us with your Waffle House
baby
pre-ritual.
Baby. I just ate a lot of Waffle House. Disclaimer, so if this challenge involves running, you guys might see some Waffle House come back up.
If Stephanie doesn't win, I want to keep pushing the Steph plan. She's the person I'm working with least closely right now. I've already voted. I've already written her name down twice. Once was to get her out, the other one was to not. Hopefully this week, third time's a charm. I think we're all on the same board for voting out Stephanie this week, and if Stephanie wins, I'm voting out Autumn. Yep, that's it for now.
But yeah, so I'm happy with this three. Hopefully one of us wins this challenge, and now we gotta go record really fast and run to Knowlton.
Time to go to this challenge and hopefully actually win one of them. I mean, if not, it doesn't matter. I do have this idol, but I don't think I'd even be in a place where I'm being threatened this week, so we'll see.
Hi, I'm Five. Welcome. How are we doing? Good. We're going to start off another week with the Survivor Challenge. So, with that, Alex, I'm going to have to take Gregory back. So, once again, immunity is back up for grabs. Today's challenge is all about focus. Okay? So, in today's challenge, we're going to start on the top of the staircase. On the top of that staircase is a bucket that has a marble in it. You will be given a paddle. You will balance that marble on that paddle using two hands on the way down, and then using one hand on the way up, because at the bottom of the steps, you will retrieve a poker chip. Once you get up with that poker chip, without having the ball fall, you will go for your next chip. Only rules, you drop on the way down, on the way up. You have to start back from where you came. Once you collect all 5 chips, you will exchange those for a set of rules that will correspond to how you will solve one final set of puzzles. First person to solve that set of puzzles will win individually. You guys will find the set win, figure out your strategies. We'll get started. Cool. Right, let's go.
Once again, individual immunity is back for grabs. Survivors ready? Go! Taking that marble, slowly. 2 hands on, don't touch anything but the handle. If you fall, you gotta go all the way back up. One hand on the way up. Autumn, you're good. Allison almost back with her first. Allison places her first, going back for her second. Jake coming back down. Stephanie has hers. Allison drops. Autumn drops. Gonna go back where you came. Allison drops again. Autumn and Jake working on her. Autumn drops again. Stephanie got her second. Autumn has to go back up, still with her first. Alex coming down for her second. Alex has her second. Allison down for her second. Jake has his second. Stephanie has her second in the bucket, going for her third. Autumn has her first. Learning curve. 2 hands on the way down, 1 on the way up. Stephanie down for her third. Stephanie in the lead. Alex going back up.
Don't you trip me. She's trying to sabotage.
Time to wait, Jake.
Allison has to go back up. Jake has his third. Stephanie doing very well in this challenge. Autumn drops. Stephanie has 3. Alex coming back for her third. Alex has her third. Jake has his fourth. Jake catching up to Stephanie. Allison drops. Allison back up. Stephanie coming back on the fourth. Jake just passed her up. Jake has his fourth. Autumn only with 2. Stephanie drops. Come back down. Jake almost has his fifth. Alex drops back up. Jake going up with his final marble. Is this the survivor? Yes. And Jake has all 5. Jake, come down with the bucket.
Take this with me.
Jake is coming down. Stephanie going back for her fifth. Tricky. Oh. Thank you, sir. Take whatever station you'd like. It's 3 balls of salt in order. Stephanie and Autumn, you're both good. Take one. Stephanie going up with her last. Autumn with her third. Allison with her fourth. Alex going back for her last one. Jake, you lead.
Check.
Good. Come on. Jake, Alex coming back for her last. Stephanie's coming down with all 5. Stephanie, you gotta trade me. Stephanie has all of them.
Thank you.
Stephanie and Jake working on theirs. No, you can't break them. Can't break them. Alex has all hers.
Oh, great check.
Correct, move on. Jake working on that last puzzle.
Check.
That's correct, move on.
Check.
That's correct. Jake wins. Individual immunity. Wow, that was quick. Wow. Once you got it, you got it. Challenge add a little bit of a learning curve. Make you think a little bit. Jake, congratulations on winning individual immunity. Jake, guaranteed a spot in the Final Four. Won't be going home on this Wednesday. For the girls, one of you will become the 5th member of the jury and the 12th person voted out of this game. There's a couple days to figure out who that's going to be. I'll see you Wednesday night, all right? Cool.
Aye. Aye.
Oh, hello. Didn't see you there. Notice anything different? I've waited a long time. I've actually won one. And that was a personal goal, to actually win one, and I did that. And I'm very excited. I've been wearing this stupid buff bandana as a substitute, but no longer. I am free to wear this necklace till the end of this game, because I'm winning the rest of them. You hear that? I'm not waving the white flag. I'm winning this game. So, personally, this is like the ideal week to get an immunity, because it's definitely worrisome the fact that there's still an idol that hasn't been used, and potentially two. I didn't think I was anyone's target this week, but the fact that I don't even have to worry about that affecting my future and my long-term game, benissimo. That's all I can say, benissimo. And Boko Alupe.
So I'm super happy with the results of the challenge. Really happy Jake won. If it wasn't me, I'd have it be Jake. If not Jake, I'd have it be Allison. So, and bottom line, we just didn't want Stephanie to win this one.
I'm just glad Jake won because working with him and Alex, we were kind of agreeing, yeah, it'd be best for one of us to win. So I'm glad at least it's, not Stephanie. That's what we were all hoping.
Things are looking really up in terms of being able to vote out Stephanie this week. I think that so far everybody's on board with voting out Steph. Like, that's what I've heard from Allison and from Jake. And I've been told that Autumn is on board for Steph. Like, hopefully that's not a lie or anything, but I really think everybody is on board. So if we can make this a straightforward vote, that would just be awesome.
I feel like we'll all be on board for that. I still check moving around me. Still haven't told anybody about the idol that I have. If we really are all on board for Stephanie, I don't think I'd be in a position where I necessarily even need to use it, but I could just for, why not? Just to secure that I'm safe. Just gonna have to consider all those things. I'm gonna try to meet with everybody, and hopefully then we'll decide who I want to tell about the idol, if I even want to tell anybody, and that's my plan.
Okay, so coming into this challenge, of course I'm a little bit worried because I am one of the biggest threats in this game. So I definitely did want to win. I went to Bath & Body Works yesterday and got this essential oil thing. It's called Focus. So Greg was like, this is all about focus. I whipped up my lotion. I was lotioning up, ready to go. It did not help me. Don't buy into their schemes. Jake ended up winning. I was nervous about that just because I think that it's going to be easy for Alex, Allison, and Jake to either get out Stephanie or I. Just based on the conversations that I've had with people so far this week. It seems like Stephanie's an easy person to get out because I don't think anyone really thinks that she deserves to be here. But if they want to play the game smart, if Stephanie makes it to Final Tribal Council, no one will vote for her. I don't know what they're thinking, so it definitely is a fear of mine that they're going to try to take me out and keep Stephanie just to have her in their pocket.
Conversations this week are going to be really difficult. It's Final Five. This is determining who's going to the Final Four, which is a huge deal. The plan is to get out Allison, but I'm super, super nervous because if Alex and Allison pull in Jake, they could easily vote me or Autumn out. So
going forward, I still feel very conflicted about what should go on. When I met with Alex and Allison, they were definitely pushing for Autumn or Stephanie this week, and maybe even Autumn. But I obviously question how close Alex and Allison are, so I don't know. I've got a lot to think about this week.
I'm actually going to meet Jake at the library to talk with him and see what he's thinking. Hopefully it won't be me on Wednesday, but you never know what can happen.
So congrats on the win.
Thank you so much.
A little salty.
I know, I felt bad.
Jake wins. I met with him right after the challenge. Basically, we were okay, it's still Allison, right? The four of us, you, me, Autumn, and Alex, all want to get out Allison. That's been the plan for 2 weeks now, so let's just keep it going. I'm hoping, in my head, the four of us, between you, me, Autumn, and Alex, stay together about Allison. Now, the tricky thing is Alex and Allison have a very close relationship, so it's pretty likely that they're going to be voting together to get out me or Autumn because Jake has the necklace. But we know that the relationship between Alex and Allison is pretty strong.
Questionable.
So I don't know if she's going to be loyal to Allison or be loyal to us. From her eyes, we have the majority if she comes with us. But she could also try to flip with Allison and pull you in to get out Autumn or I.
Right.
So I'm voting Allison this week, and so is Autumn, I believe, from what she's telling me. And so this middleman, Jake, we both think that, he's allied with us, but Alex and Allison could think that he's allied with them.
So personally, I think it should be Allison going home.
I've never had a strong relationship with her. I've talked with Autumn. She's 100% voting
on board for Allison.
Easily Autumn Rye could get 1 vote from Allison, maybe 2 from Alex, depending on if she flips. But hopefully the vote will either be like 3-2 or 4-1 towards Allison.
Yeah.
I do trust Jake. He's probably my second closest ally besides Autumn. You know, he's voted on the same side with me. He's kept me in the loop about, you know, people have been writing my names. I'm voting Allison. I'm just going to vote Allison. If everything goes as planned and no one has idols, then it should be Allison. The tricky thing is this is the last day to play idols. And in my head, I think it's either been found and went home with someone who got voted out, or Allison has it, or it's still out there, no one's found it.
Okay, so we just finished up that challenge, and I did not do too hot, people. Like, this challenge, I sucked at. I am so embarrassed by it, and I'm so upset with myself. After that, I went and I looked for an idol for a little bit. I decided to come out and take a little look for the idol, even though I'm 99% sure it's already been found. It's in a tree, so we got some trees, and it's also in an alcove. And then we got that new clue that said by the Victory Bell. My problem is that there's no alcoves that I see by the Victory Bell. But yeah, I'm definitely a little nervous, and having an idol would make things a lot better. So, okay, so here is our lovely Victory Bell. It was ringing last night when we beat Penn State. I don't understand where this alcove is. I don't understand what an alcove is. I honestly think someone's found it, but still going. I don't know where that idol would be, honestly. I've looked all around that area. So like, this is what the bark looks like on this tree, and see how it's kind of like fuzzy. I thought it was like the wrapping to the idol, like that package that it comes in. I was like, oh my god, I found it. No, there's some tour groups walking by. They asked me what I was doing. I was like, just trying to find an idol. It's fine. Those kids are never gonna sign up to go to Ohio State now because of me. So did not find an idol. I'm really worried that someone has it.
Hi. So where do you want to start?
I met with Jake after the challenge, and we were basically like, it's been you, me, and Autumn tight since like the beginning of the merge.
Right.
Yeah, like I feel good in a final 3 with you, me, and Autumn. Like I'll take you to 2 because Autumn's a threat. So between that 3, if I were to win, like I'm telling you now 100%, like I would take you to final 2 because Autumn, I don't think I could ever beat Autumn.
I had Stephanie bring up to Jake the fact that she wanted to go final 2 with him just to make Jake feel more secure. And then when I met with Jake today, he said, oh, did you talk to Stephanie? And I was like, yeah, I talked to Stephanie. She brought up final 3. I talked to Stephanie. She brought up final 3. Did not bring up final 2.
She brought final 2 up with me.
And then I was like, she didn't bring up a final 2 though. And he was like, yeah, she brought up final 2 with me. So I was like planting that seed, like, oh, like obviously she wants to take you to final 2 and not me because she didn't promise me final 2. So like I think you could trust her when she says that.
She wants to do final 3 with us, and then she said if she wins, she would take me, basically.
Which is believable because she didn't tell me. So
Right.
I'm assuming she's not gonna like, she just didn't want to lie to me. Just wanted to give Jake another incentive to keep me here, keep Stephanie here, because that way he's guaranteed final 2 with whoever wins out of the 3. Do I think Jake's gonna flip? I don't know.
Who knows what
Our fate lies with Jake right now.
And then as you, me, and Steph are together, I'm definitely leaning towards Allison this week.
I don't see how him going to the final 3 with Allison and Alex is going to be better than going to the final 3 with us. I think that we made him feel pretty safe. Like, there's no reason that he should doubt us.
I know, the only thing is if he's smart enough to realize, like,
that we're friends.
No, that, like, why should I go out Allison when she's done nothing in this game and I could beat her at final 2?
Yeah.
So obviously can't trust Allison. So if she could just go home, that'd be great. I'm really worried that she has an idol, and that would explain why she used the advantage before the final 5 and she used it at final 6. If she has an idol, like that would make perfect sense. I don't know. I'm very, very scared.
Why are you going like this?
Because I'm scared.
Anything just to get Jake to side with us.
Yeah. So, yeah. Things are okay-ish in the game. You can bet that I'm going to be searching for that idol until Wednesday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, go Bucks.
Okay, so here I am. Made it to Final 5, which is definitely a goal I didn't
not think that I would ever make it to, because going into it, I literally had no knowledge about the game. Like, it's very confidence boosting to make it this far and to see that even if you doubt yourself in the beginning, you can do it and you can make it to a final 5. So it's definitely a really good feeling. So yeah, we've got the vote tomorrow, and obviously Stephanie doesn't really have a connection to anybody, and nobody really wants to work with her. From the way things are looking, I'm going to make it to Final 4. We all think it's going to be Stephanie with this vote because nobody really is working closely with her, nobody has any ties to her, and doesn't seem like she's been doing much the whole game.
And if everyone's on the same page and the vote is tomorrow, it's just, I feel like it's just a good option that makes sense. I'm so glad this is the last chance you can play idols. I don't know, I haven't really gotten a vibe from anybody possibly having an idol. Maybe it's out there, maybe it went home, I don't really know. But the thing is, I like our plan now, so I don't feel comfortable with it. Jake's safe, and then you and me, I feel like we're pretty safe. All of us are gonna announce them.
Yeah.
So,
and I don't
someone
think
has crazy weird idol plans.
We all agreed to keep her, complacent, whatever, in case she has an idol, which I really don't think she does. I think I'm the only person with an idol, and because I feel like this vote will be pretty easy, all of us, for Steph, I honestly don't feel the need to play it. But I'm gonna of course have it there with me at Tribal, and in case I get a really bad feeling, I will play it, but I don't want to risk playing it unnecessarily and then drawing that attention to myself. But yeah, I think we've got a good plan going. Sounds good. We'll just have to see how this vote goes tomorrow. It seems straightforward, but I'm still worried.
Hello. So I feel as if I'm kind of in a pickle this week because, I don't know, I feel like a divorced child, and both my mama and daddy, or mama and mama, or daddy and daddy, or whatever the scenario may be, they're both fighting for me. They're asking me to pick my favorite, and I don't know what to do.
I met with Stephanie. She seemed to either say you were Autumn. I met with Autumn. She seemed fine with Stephanie.
I did just meet with Alex, and I basically caught her up on we can always get out Autumn next vote because I'd rather do it next vote than this one.
Yeah.
And Alex agreed with that, and I don't think she has an idol.
Okay, good.
I met with Stephanie individually and Autumn individually after the challenge. The meeting with Stephanie went okay. She seemed nervous, and then I asked her, I was like, so long term, what are you thinking? And she said, well, I'll tell you right now, I'm not going to take Autumn to the final 2 because I don't think I could beat her. So that obviously opened up a new option for me because I'm like, okay, I wasn't too sure about taking Stephanie to the end, but Stephanie said she'd take me and I believe her. Anyway, so then I met with Autumn, and it was a really good meeting. It's just, I don't want to, I just need security this week. I need to meet with Allison one-on-one and figure out if she would take me to the final 2. Because I actually trust what Autumn says, I trust what Stephanie's saying, and I trust what Alex said. So right now my only question is Allison, so
what do you think long-term games? You said it'd be Autumn next week, and then us 3.
And I haven't really thought any further than
that. It's kind of hard to.
Unfortunately, she didn't give me the information I necessarily wanted. She's kind of just avoiding the question when I asked her who she would take final 2. It would just be so much better if she just lied to me. I know and I understand lying is wrong, but this game is just all about little lies. Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Tell me lies. I'm still not fully decided, but it's hard to justify going with Alex and Allison when one of the 2 hasn't guaranteed me to take me to final 2, whereas Autumn and Stephanie both have.
And I feel like it's really going to depend on unity, but I haven't really thought about the final 2.
No, it's fair because it's I don't want to get cocky and act
yeah.
So my concern is I make the wrong decision this week because obviously this week is riding on me. I just don't want to screw up my next stage of my game. I don't want to screw that up. Because no matter what happens this week, I'm going to make 2 people mad. 2 people who will probably both end up being on the jury. I'm basically making a final 3 based on who I choose.
I don't know. How do you feel about the final 2?
I'm kind of on the same page as you. It's I don't know the scenarios, crazy things can happen this vote, who knows, what could even happen.
I felt okay after the challenge, but now as I'm realizing how difficult of a decision this is going to be, I'm more and more nervous for the next vote.
It's going to be interesting after this vote. The 4 of us are going to go well,
now what?
Hopefully with this vote, it will be all of us, going against Stephanie. Here we are. We got tribal later tonight.
Yeah,
looking forward to that. I think everybody's on board with getting out Stephanie. But talking to Autumn, I definitely think she's on board to vote out Stephanie, and she said Jake says he's on board to vote out Steph. Jake did say that Stephanie brought up my name too when he met with her, which makes me a little nervous, but I don't know. Anytime I hear my name thrown out, it definitely makes me nervous that people are lying to me and that I've been like the plan all along.
Yeah. Stephanie, going home.
Yeah.
It was just about time.
If I get nervous, I do still have this bad boy with me, so I'll just play it for myself. Why not? It's the last time. But right now, I don't feel like I'm in a position where I need to be nervous. I just don't see any sense in them trying to vote me out.
Moving forward,
I
know that we talked about how Alex and Jake are close.
I also, meeting with Autumn, discussed next vote. Looking forward, Jake and Alex are the closest two left in the game, and that worries me because I know if I make it to final 3 with them, they're gonna stick together and instantly vote me out. If they're like, oh, we're gonna stay together as a pair, I think it'd be good for us to do the same thing and try to really convince Alex, hey, come to our side. We both agreed that having that pair this late in the game is not good, and then hopefully we can just get Alex to realize, we have to get Jake out. He's a bigger threat.
Jake's gonna have the majority of the jury on his side just because he's so friendly, and
I think that's the best strategy for next vote. So for this vote, Stephanie, and then I'm thinking next vote, Jake, and then Autumn, and then me and Alex would be the final 2 because I feel like I have the best chance if I was to be up against her. And I think Alex definitely sees Autumn as a bigger threat than me, so she'd be willing to work with me there. It's just trying to vote out Jake is going to be tough because I just think Jake and Alex are too close. That's going to be the biggest thing holding me back from the final 2. I think we have a good plan moving forward.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, that's still my plan. And I think for tonight, everybody's going to be on board to vote out Steph. But I'll have this in my pocket, so just in case, you never know. Just got to get through tonight. So there we are.
Okay, about 40 minutes out from tribal. This is when you really start to get nervous because you can plan all you want, but anything can happen.
We're pretty much just here
to tribal.
Right.
Yeah.
We're pretty much just here to confirm. We're on
Yeah,
the same
we
page.
could have done it over text, but we're not allowed to do that.
We're not rule breakers.
Yeah.
I'm really hoping that the Steph plan is really going to work. I really do think that I can trust Jake and he would tell me if my name was coming up, hopefully. Same goes for Autumn. I'm really hoping that it really is Steph going home today. Yeah, so everybody's down with Stephanie.
Yeah.
None of us really think she has an idol. I still want to stay in Autumn's good graces for a little while longer. I would rather see Stephanie go home than her. We haven't really worked together that much. I did write her name down intending to vote her out once, and I wrote her name down as a just in case thing when we voted Brooke out. So I really don't think I'd have Steph's vote anyway, so I feel pretty comfortable voting her out this week.
I don't think Steph has anything, so I really don't feel like we have to split her vote.
Just kind of sitting here paranoid a little bit, really hoping that our plan goes through. Thinking ahead, which I don't like doing too much because then all my hopes would be dashed if I were to go home tonight. But ideally, Jake or I would win the next challenge. But as long as Autumn doesn't win, it's fine with me. I would really like to see her go next week. Hopefully I get to that point. We'll see what happens tonight.
But if she seems nervous, then that's good. Because it means she doesn't have it. It is tribal day, so lots of fun stuff going on. Me and Jake and Alex met up today, and we told her that, yes, we're going Stephanie. And when Jake was saying it, everything he said was yeah, we're going Stephanie. He was the worst liar I've ever seen in my life. He could just be bad at lying, and he knew that he was lying to Alex, and he was awkward about it. Or he could be lying to me, and just got thrown off because Alex was there, and I don't know. It kills me that this whole vote is in Jake's hands, but I'm gonna trust him. Allison really didn't have any idea of anyone saying her name when I talked to her. She felt very, very safe. Jake is the swing
hopefully everything goes as planned. I really, really hope. I think that my best bet is to tell him, like, Allison, throughout your name to be the next one to go.
She's just a big question mark because I don't know who she would target the week after.
She told me you.
So, I don't think we need that. Yeah. I'm honestly on board voting Allison.
I met with Allison. She didn't sound like she felt like she was going home, which is pretty good if she does have an idol. I feel as good as I possibly can. There's really nothing I can do at this point except trust Jake.
I mean, no matter what happens this week, even if there is an idol, I don't think your name's going down.
Worst comes to worst with his stuff. He promised me he wanted to go to Final 2 with me, but promises in Survivor don't mean anything.
Where is your head at? Because I know we talked right after the challenge, and we were like, it's still going to be Allison, right? Yep. But like, obviously, there's been a lot more conversations, so.
Okay, so it is day 67. It's been a long day, and it's nowhere near over. I met with Jake here in Haggerty Hall, and Autumn and I are switching from voting Allison, so it's really up to Jake which way he wants to go.
So yeah, I'm still 100% on board. I don't really trust her, and like, I think...
And my biggest thing is, like, I want to work with people, like, who I trust, like, who I think has played this game really well and really strong, and like I want to go through like 4 and through 3 with those people.
I want to vote with Autumn and Jake and, you know, continue on hopefully to Final 3 with them. You know, but one thing at a time, like right now I just have to hopefully survive tonight.
I mean, I think it's really good that like you, me, and Autumn, like we all like, you know, value like our trust, our relationship. We've like all played a really good game, and like that's the people that I want to work with moving forward.
Definitely. Okay. No, I agree. I'm 100% on board for Allison, and I wasn't thinking about going with him, but I'm like in my head, obviously you go through every scenario, you're like, okay, if I do go with Alex and Allison, like, and let's say it goes to Final 3, I'm like, neither of them will take me. I was like, what?
Yeah.
My trust is going into Jake that, you know, he's going to make the right decision, whatever that is for him. He made it sound like he wanted to work with Autumn and I since we're in his alliance. He trusts us. But in the off chance that Jake flips or Allison has an idol, I'm going home.
Obviously, I think she's scared because her or my fate rests in your hands.
Right. Well,
That's
I mean,
always scary.
I think it's not in my hands anymore. It's in the idol god's hands at this point.
That's
not
true.
IDOL, the idol god's hands. Because if someone has an idol, like, I mean, there's nothing we can do. Right now we have the majority, we just gotta go with it.
I'm scared that it will be me, so I'm just preparing myself just in case. So, you know, whatever happens tonight happens. Everything happens for a reason. So I'm hoping this is my lucky hat. I've been wearing it all day. Maybe it'll give me good luck. Maybe I won't get voted out. We'll see.
Hello, everybody. We're so close. It's day 67. We end up day 83. And tonight, Final 4 is decided. The 5th member of the jury is voted out. Huge stakes. So with that, we'll bring in 4 members of the jury. Jury, come on in. Callie will be joining us on FaceTime. And we got Brooke, and Greg, and Ryan voted out at the last tribal council. Ryan, what's going on, man? How are you?
Pretty good, pretty good.
I see you got a fresh cut.
Yeah, I did. I felt like I would go in the Survivor mood. We're up to get out of the game. Everyone looks fresh again. So when I got my hair cut, everything feels a little bit better. Grass is greener. Food tastes a little better. Everything feels good on this side of it.
Awesome. One of you will be joining them tonight. So with that, I'm really excited to see how tonight plays out. Jake, sitting pretty, man. How you doing?
As usual. Thank you, Greg, for noticing.
Yes.
How good I look at every trouble.
You know, you always got like a little, your bandana is always coming off there, but now you got a little bit more blade. So tell me about winning immunity this week.
I think we all knew it was coming. You know, I think they all thought it was very well deserved. But yeah, I was very happy to win. It was kind of a personal goal of mine to actually win one of the challenges. And so it just felt pretty good. I don't know. I was happy.
All right. So let's talk about someone who's pretty close. Steph. Close second place in that challenge. You got to the puzzle just behind Jake. You had a lead for most of that beginning part. With that, are you nervous that tonight, because you lost, are you nervous tonight?
I mean, you're always going to be nervous. I mean, people could see me a threat since I was close to winning, but I'm hoping that, you know, the people that I talk to trust me and, you know, things happen as I planned.
So, Alex, you also in that challenge you did okay, right? But you also lost. So, talk me through your nerves as well. Are you coming in tonight? Do you think it could be you?
There's a 25% chance that I go home tonight, 1 in 4. That's like pretty big. But the lower numbers you get, the higher the chances that you go home because there's
just not a lot of people left to vote out. So, I mean, of course I'm nervous. Like, you're always going to be. I'm just really hoping I can trust the people that I trust this week. I really think I can, and it's not so much about challenges and all that stuff right now. It's a lot about who wants to do it.
So the conversation right now seems to be going towards what is tonight about. So, Allison, we're so close to the end of the game, right? So there's a lot of factors that you need to think about. The jury, the Final Four, what's that going to look like? What's Final Three going to look like? Well, what is tonight about for you? What are you prioritizing with your vote?
I'm definitely trying to find people that I'm able to work with for the next few votes. I mean, it's hard from here on out, but yeah, my vote's really, looking forward because Final Two's coming up, and that's really stressful.
So, Jake, you've worked with these people for now 67 days. And is it hard then, like Allison was saying, you've gotten to know these girls so well? And obviously it can't be you, it has to be one of them.
It is tough because I feel like throughout the stages of the game, I've worked with each and every one of them in different capacities, and I mean, I've grown to like them all. So it's definitely tough thinking about who I think is more trustworthy going forward, kind of thing. I'm probably just repeating what everyone else is saying, but that's really what I'm looking for here. It's tough because I have, at one point or another, trusted every one of them.
So, and one thing we keep throwing around is like, it does get hard to vote these people out, right? Because you've gotten to know them so well. So, Stephanie, regardless of what happens tonight, you are best friends who vote each other out. You guys are a part of this community forever. What does that mean to you?
I mean, it means so much. Like, you're seeing these people every single day, talking to them, not just about the game, but even before and after you talk about life, you talk about school, how things are going, so you really develop a bond. So it's hard to see people that, you're friends with coming to vote them out, so it's hard.
Same question to you, Autumn. How does it feel to be here and be so close to these people?
It's a great feeling. I wouldn't trade for the world. I think halfway through this game was when I really realized that, I didn't come into this game thinking I would be the best friend with all these people. And I definitely, if I do get voted out, I would be leaving for a best friend. I'd be joining some more over there. So it's just nice to know that even after this game's over, I wouldn't hold it over anyone if they voted me out. I will still talk to these people. And you really did make friends that are gonna last all through college and hopefully later into life too.
Like I said, Final Four, right? That's what you want tonight. What would that feel like to be a part of the Final Four, Allison?
I mean, for me, it would be crazy because, as everybody knows, I came into this game knowing literally nothing, and I was like, okay, I'll be the first one voted out, and that's what I expected. And then each week, I'm like, well, here I am. I'm still going, still trucking along, but I'm so excited because, the farther I've gotten in this game, the more I've enjoyed it and loved it, and loved being around the people that I'm here with. And so, making it to the Final Four would just be awesome because it's another week of seeing everyone and having fun.
So with that, obviously a hard decision tonight, and we're gonna get right to it. Jake, you have immunity. Guessing you're not gonna give it up. So with that, it's time to vote. Jake, you're up.
Oh, sorry, Steph. I don't know why you're coming to me finally at Final 5 and saying, oh yeah, let's work together. I want to work with you. I mean, what the heck, girl? So, see ya.
Third time I've written your name down. Third time's a charm. Hoping it's you and not me tonight, since for some reason I'm ultra paranoid right now.
Okay, wow. I'm so nervous. I think it's either going to be you or me tonight. No hard feelings, but we just never, got the chance to, make a strong relationship. I'm hoping Jake sides with me and Autumn and you don't play an idol. So it's you and not me.
I'm surprised you stayed in this long. You did a really good job. You've never even seen the show Survivor, so props to you. But yeah, I'm sorry I'm voting for you.
Doing good, Kelly. Alright, go. Final 5. How we get the votes? anybody has a hidden immunity idol you would like to play it, tonight is the final night that you can do so. Once votes are read, the decision is final. Just put it out. He has to drop it out there. I'll read the votes. First vote. Stephanie. Stephanie. 2 votes, Stephanie. Allison. 2 votes, Stephanie. 1 vote, Allison. Allison. 2 votes, Allison. 2 votes, Stephanie. 1 vote left. The 12th person voted out of Survivor Time and Change. And the 5th member of our jury, Allison. Allison, I'm sorry. I have to grab your torch. Allison, drop this book. It's time for you to go. You know, usually I say this for like some awesome speech, okay? Here's the deal. Tonight, I don't want to talk about what just happened. I want to talk about what's going to happen because what I've done in this game is emphasize one thing: attention to detail. You're at Final Four. You want to win this game, attention to detail. The prize that we all know you seek is in a place so sly that when you have your classes here, odds are you'll walk right by. Among the classroom buildings of Campus South and West, find a tree that has a spot that looks like it fits best. Clue number 1. You've probably never seen the alcove of which we speak, but once you find the one we know, we suggest you take a peek. Let's say you drive to campus and wanted to work out. You'll park your car nearby here and find this spot, no doubt. Now wait, that wasn't enough. This is the 3rd of many clues that lead you to this spot. You've struggled to find this idol, but through this clue you should not. The difference between this game and Survivor on TV: you don't have to be at camp to ring the bell of victory. Campbell Hall, South Campus, 12th Avenue Garage. Details. You want to win this game. You pay attention to details because this has no power, and there is nothing that can protect you. Final Four onwards. One of the 4 of you is the winner of the 2nd ever season of Survivor Time and Change. We've got a lot to figure out in these next 15 days. Alright? Grab your stuff, head on out.
That's what the idol was. I can't do it.
I'm an idiot. I pulled a Greg because you know what I have in my fucking pocket? It's a goddamn piece of shit. And I didn't want to play it because I was like, oh, I don't want to freak anybody out, you know, and like make myself a bigger threat because I thought everybody's on my side. But, you know, I don't know why. I don't understand why people want to choose me over like Autumn or Stephanie because I really feel like from their perspective I haven't done anything and like I don't know, I would have been an easy vote, but it's fine, you know, one less thing to worry about in my life, I guess.
You should have just lied to me. Why didn't you lie to me, Allison? I was on the fence. Come on.
After getting blindsided by them, I said I wouldn't trust anybody, and then look at me trusting everyone. That was stupid of me. I should have played it, but you know what? It's fine. That's how the game goes. I never even thought I would make it this far, so like, it's pretty good. So everybody watching, you know, if you think you can't do it, or just because you know nothing about the game, you can make it to Final 5 and then get voted out like an idiot.